Welcome to 26Media Sports Podcast, brought to you by Put Me On Game. Today, I'm your host, Fee Wilkins, whatever you want to call it. And today we got your own, Fayetteville's own, Charles Clark with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's
Appreciate you
up?
having me, my guy.
Yeah, man. You know,
Been a minute.
You had to be the first, you know.
Well, I just try to, when you sent the invite, it was like, it was a no-brainer.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It was a no-brainer. Like, come on, man. Why wouldn't I do it? So, looking forward to just chopping it up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what we do.
Somebody that really, like, gave me game, helped me out with a lot of stuff, even when I was on BS. You still messed with me through my thick and thins. Everything I've been through during my high school career.
For sure.
You was there for me. You helped me out a lot. You put a lot of coaches my way.
For sure.
It was coaches that was coming out of nowhere. Like, yeah, you know Charles? I'm like, oh, yeah, big bro done helped me out. That's crazy. And it was a lot, bro. Like, a lot. Coming up the bird and stuff. Like, even if it was, like, technical school, like Wake.
Yeah.
Brunswick, like, out of nowhere from, like, stuff like that. And, like, my head won't straight. But you definitely helped me out a lot. You helped out a lot of people in the Ville. So just tell us what was your upbringing and stuff coming up in Fayetteville, right?
No, so technically, I was born overseas. I was born in England.
Oh,
actually.
whoa.
Yeah.
You'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
my father was in the Air Force.
Uh-huh.
So, I was born overseas
That's
in England.
crazy.
And then we moved all over the place. So I've lived all over. I got family in New York and here. So,
Okay.
like, those are, like, my two home bases.
How was England? Like, was you born? Did you ever get?
I don't even remember it
So you
like
were just
that.
born
yeah,
there and
yeah,
left.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I was just born there.
That's
so
crazy.
Left after a little bit. Came stateside. So been up and down the East Coast. Wherever my father got stationed.
Yeah.
So Fayetteville was one of the spots. But I picked up a basketball age 4.
Age 4.
Like, this is what I was doing.
Fell in love with it.
Recess, yeah, it was organic. Like, my father hooped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think with his father kind of like pressuring the game on him, he didn't want to do that with me or my brother.
Yeah.
So my brother didn't start playing ball till he was like 14, 15 years old. But with me, I was the little brother. So I watched
Him. Yeah.
and I watched NBA. Michael Jordan, Joe Dumars, the Pistons. Like, I was born in '88, so
Yeah.
all that, other stuff. all
Joe
that time.
Dumars. So around that time,
Shooter.
who was your favorite player around that?
Oh,
time?
Jordan.
Jordan.
But I wanted to shoot like Joe Dumars.
Okay.
He had the rainbow jumper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Jordan that was it. That was it.
For sure.
That was it. So
Everybody favorite Jordan at that time.
Yeah, but I was a Knicks fan.
Whoa.
Family New York, spent a little time there. So it was tough to see him kill the Knicks. You know what I mean? And then me be a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
But just started playing basketball at a young age. The love for it was crazy. We go to recess. I wait all day for recess.
Just the hoop.
Swings. We ain't doing none of that.
We balling.
Hooping. And shout out to my guy Kevin Timmons, man. We went to elementary school together. I seen him a couple years back. It's crazy. He was coaching the AAU tournament. Hadn't seen each other since elementary school. And he's standing there, I'm looking at him, he looking at me. I know you from somewhere. We used to go at it. We wouldn't play on the same team, no LeBron, D Wade, no super teams.
That's
like,
how me and Dennis was.
yeah, you play on your team, I play on my team,
Exactly.
and we're gonna compete. So that's how that was early age, and I was blessed, man. Just blessed with a talent at that young age.
Yeah, early. Just to love the game at any sport at 4 or 5. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of kids, not even nowadays. When I was growing up, it's only certain of us, like
Right.
Dennis or certain of us like that, literally love sports. Other than that, we were outside just playing. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
What-
that didn't. Yeah, other stuff didn't pique my interest like that.
Basketball.
Even girls, like, as I got older, middle school, high school, but like,
You just had that focus. That you wanted to be that.
I love the game.
Yeah.
That was my girlfriend, basketball. Until
That's
my
a
uncle
fact.
told me, "Hey man, you're gonna look funny walking around with a basketball and no girl." so you had to balance that out, But so that's how that was, man. Just early.
So
start.
how was it? When did you come to Fayetteville, and was you playing Fayetteville? Did you grow up in Fayetteville in elementary, or was you in New York?
I was back and forth, and then I was in Italy for a little bit. So I was in Fayetteville maybe like 7 years old, and we left. I ended up. Now this is a crazy thing, and to people that's watching, this is just to tell them kind of like life is gonna give you disappointments.
Yeah.
It's how you bounce back from disappointments. All right, so boom, we was in Italy. I got selected for. I'm killing in Italy. First year we win a championship.
Easy? Was it easy?
It was easier than here because you have less people.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like just like it's whatever. I was good.
Yeah.
So 9 years old, win a championship, get picked for the all Aviano team. Basically, it's like Fayetteville championship. You win the city of Fayetteville. They pick a team from Fayetteville to go play against teams from other side of North Carolina or DC.
Okay, yeah.
So we was representing the USA, and we going to play different Italy teams.
Facts.
Love it. Right? I get picked first year.
Yeah.
They call my father. Mind you, I'm a man of God, church. We do all that.
Okay.
Saved at a young age. They called my father, offered me a spot on the team. The game was on a Sunday.
Oh.
So, what Pops do? Nah, he ain't playing that. I don't know about none of this. I get home from school, he tells me, heartbroken, dog. Like, you want to talk about tears?
Hurt, yeah.
Hurt. Mad at my pops, all that.
Yeah.
But it works out eventually because guess what? We win the championship that year. The next year I come back, we win another championship. I go back-to-back championships in Italy. This is when I'm like, I'm starting to become that guy.
I'm him, yeah.
Teachers is stopping me in the hallway as a middle schooler. I saw you play yesterday. Are you tough?
Like you, Jordan.
You know what I mean?
Kobe Bryant.
I'm in Italy. You know what I mean? So that year they did it again, and I made the team again, and then this time,
you got to play. Yeah.
They had a game on Sunday, whatnot. And then in the third year, we lost in the championship because I played up. And kids these days don't really do that. But I was 11 years old. My parents saw I was dominating that, so they moved me out to play with 12 to 15s.
Ooh.
At 11.
12 to 15?
Yeah, I was playing against 10th graders. My sister was in 10th grade. I was playing against some of her classmates. And we still got the championship. Shout out to Coach Armstrong, Janaris Armstrong. He passed away from cancer. But he was a coach that he told me, you got to be confident enough to think that nobody can guard you. But you got to be humble enough to not say it.
Yeah.
And so at that age, I was like, yo, this guy can't check me. At 11, I'm looking at 15-year-olds saying you can't check me.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to be confident.
Yeah. So that's kind of so yeah. I've lived in Fayetteville some time. Lived in New York, Italy, England. Those are the main spots.
What was the toughest? What was the toughest country or state or whatever you want to say that you played in?
Competition wise. So it's different because like New York, you playing outside
a lot. Yeah.
It's toughness. There ain't no crying about fouls. My dad got mad at me one time because we went up there for a summer or something. I got a little soft. You know what I'm saying? I got so comfortable with playing in these gyms and stuff, and it was outside. These grown men, but it was a short guy out there, and they was getting it in. They hooping. But I was like, yo, go get next. Nah, I think I was like maybe like 9 years old before we went to Italy. I'm like, nah, Dad. What? I don't want to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I seen they was grown. I'm like, nah, I didn't want to do that. But, yeah. New York is tough. North Carolina is so many gyms.
Yeah.
It's so many. Everybody can shoot. Almost everybody can shoot out here. You got crazy people with bounce. The difference is like guarding somebody. Guarding somebody in New York is tougher because they're going to have a million moves.
And they fast.
But they're not going to be able to shoot as well. And it may be because you're playing outside more, so the weather and wind and all that can. Whereas North Carolina, like you got some people that got pat, can handle the rock, but you got bounce.
Yeah, you're stronger.
Shooters.
Yeah, you're shooting.
So I would say it's different. Italy was very physical. Overseas basketball, people that play overseas, they'll tell you like they could almost tackle you in Italy, and it's just like keep playing.
God darn.
So
what? Not my attitude. Okay,
bruh, I'll tell you, overseas basketball is a different monster. But I enjoyed it, man. Like I'm thankful my dad made that sacrifice. The military thing. It got me, an opportunity to see a lot.
A lot of kids don't get that, man. I mean, a lot do, but a lot don't. You know? So that's definitely lit.
Yeah.
High school, man.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to? 'Cause I want to say, didn't you tell me what, Berean?
Yeah. So we came back, I think, in time for my freshman year in high school.
Yeah, you told me this back in the day, though.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, because you was at New Life, and I wouldn't let y'all New Life boys know that I used to give New Life work. So people don't understand this. Berean Baptist Academy back in that day, if we had 300 high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
That's being gracious. It might have been like 150. Out of the 150, 143 weren't black.
Ooh.
So when we laced them up to go play New Life, we know New Life. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah. So they in there scared to death. I mean, New Life didn't have a gym back then, so we was playing at was it Honeycutt? The one that's near the YMCA.
Honeycutt Red, yeah.
Yeah. So we was playing them there. So you know what I mean? And we walk in the gym and they scared to death. So that was really my games to like
show out.
Turn it up. But yeah, I went to Berean Baptist Academy. I went to Westover Middle for like a couple months. Mm-hmm. My mother, she was not feeling that.
No,
gotta
go.
At all.
Gotta go.
Yeah, not the bash Westover Middle, but it was like East Side High.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And I'm coming back from Italy.
Yeah. New scenery.
So I'm walking in there and people doing what they doing. I'm like, huh?
New scenery.
What? Like, bruh. Nah. So Dukes. Pops was my dad grew up in Harlem his whole life, so
he like
him, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, you just toughen up, you be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mom Dukes, nah, get my baby out of there. So I went to Berean, not just for basketball, education, smaller classes, Christian education, all that. So did that 9th grade year, went there, killed JV. They put me on JV.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you now, humbly, there's no reason for me to be on JV.
Uh-huh.
But once again, that's why I tell disappointment, keep pushing.
Yeah.
We practice against the varsity. So I'm giving the varsity senior point guard work every day. Like, they're going to move me up.
As a freshman?
Yeah, they wouldn't move me up.
Insane.
So I said, okay, whatever.
Do you think it was a race thing?
That was part of it. Part of it, too, was the people that did. You had mothers that was working at the school. I'm just a kid from wherever. So 10th grade year, this is how you know what it is. 10th grade year, I'm the starting varsity point guard.
Ooh.
So how do you go from playing JV to starting varsity? A gap like that, or something else was going on, or they weren't really wanting to win. So
all of them.
Yeah, and that's what kind of irritated my father about it, because he felt like they kind of exploited me for basketball.
Yeah.
If you look at Berean games back then and how the gym was, it was people in there.
Oh, you had it popping.
Yeah, it was a show.
But I seen film. You showed me film. You showed me film.
But when it came to the academic aspect of it, when I needed, because you got to think, they're accelerated. Mm-hmm. This is not just your typical 9th, 10th grade class.
That's a fact.
So I'm in there like, yo, this is crazy. I've never been a kid that struggled with school, but these people have been doing this since I've been in public school. It's a little bit different. So he was like, man, you selling tickets for them, but they want to charge us for tutors, or, you know what I'm saying? Like all this type of stuff. So he saw the bigger picture. So my 11th, 10th grade year did good. Started getting a little college interest. I still got some of the letters from schools. Some handwritten ones too.
Yeah.
Rhode Island, St. Bonaventure, Coastal Carolina. I was doing my thing. And then the summer before my junior year, I put a ton of pressure on myself. I'm like, yo, if you want to be who you want, this is the year you got to turn that interest into offers.
Yeah.
Ton of pressure. But I never worked out.
This is all natural.
Yeah. I didn't work out until my freshman year in college.
Jamal what? Crawford? Dang.
Until my freshman year in college.
Yeah.
But when you look back and think about it, I think now, like, how much better would I have been if I listened to my father? Because he always would tell me, like, yo, you got to do push-ups, you got to run, I wasn't doing none of that. I was just hooping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So before that, and this is why I tell people, I do take, when people say they got mental health, I take it seriously.
Yeah.
I developed an anxiety, sports anxiety. Didn't know what that was, right?
Yeah, okay.
Never heard of it. Because you know where we come from. You nervous, man. You'll be all right.
For
Figure
sure.
it out.
You'll be all
right? And I've been playing since I was 4.
Yeah.
I'm 17. I didn't know what it was. Every game felt like I had a stomach virus. I couldn't run up and down the court like that. I always felt like I'm throw up. I'm thinking, I can't figure it out. By the grace of God, my mother has some wisdom on it, so she goes to a doctor, give me some anti-nausea medication. The side effect of it is it makes you drowsy.
Yeah.
So I play half the season, half sleep, but was cooking. But then at that point, it's like, man, I can't even do me because I'm not me now.
You're not you.
I can't have the energy I have. You play, we play pickup. You see, I have energy on the court.
For sure, all day.
You know what I mean? I love the game. I'm gonna talk a little
all
bit.
Day.
You know what I mean?
All day.
I was a zombie out there, still getting it done. So yeah, I went to Berean those years, and then going into my senior year, my father got out the military, and so Berean wasn't really doing scholarships like that. So they're like, you just go at public school. So I went to Westover.
Word, I didn't even know that.
Nobody knows.
That
you
word.
get exclusive. You get exclusive information, man.
What year was that?
That was I graduated 06. So that was the year after Eric Maynard, Deshaun Griffin.
Yeah.
They went to state championship.
Was Coach Hart their coach then?
We're going to talk about that. So this is what occurred. So my whole point was I thought I was going back to Berean.
Yeah.
I finally got the whole anxiety stuff under control. I'm going to go kill my senior year, get these offers. My dad, he gets out the military like, son, like, I don't like what Berean been doing with you. You was falling behind. They didn't look out for you. They exploit you. You just go back to Westover. Fam, you know, I went to my room and cried like a baby, dog. I didn't want to do it, bro. My memories of Westover was horrible. So I'm like, all right, summertime, we go to Westover to guidance counselor. This is the we go to the guidance counselor office, and so I don't know. I know Westover was winning a lot. I know Eric Maynard. I know Deshaun Griffin. I know about them. So we go to guidance counselor office. We're sitting in the office. Guy named Billingsley was the guidance counselor. Heavy set guy. He's talking to me, black guy. He's talking about, I see your transcript. You've been starting varsity. I was like, yeah, I got some college interest. All right, cool. I want you to meet the coach. All right, I'm there with my dad. Now, this is being narrow-minded, but to me, Westover, we know where Westover's at.
Yeah.
And so I'm expecting them to have a black coach. So I'm sitting in there, I'm chilling, just like right now, I'm chilling. This white guy walks in. He looks at me. I look at him. He walks past me. And then Billingsley comes out and says, hey, this is Coach Hart. This is the head coach.
That's my boy, though.
So I'm like, okay. So now he's like, yeah, I think he's feeling a little type of way because I didn't know him.
Who he was or anything.
I ain't acknowledge him. He says, like, how tall are you? So my dad nudges me like, I'm always been respectful, you know what I'm saying? So when adults come to the room, yes sir, no sir. That's how I was raised. But like I wasn't thinking about it when he said how tall are you, he's like, I guess he wants you to stand up and shake his head, whatever. You know, all right, so whatever. So then he asked me like, why'd you come here? I was like, because my dad kind of made me. Like, I guess he wanted a different answer, like, yo, y'all state championship.
He wanted you to ride.
Bruh, I don't want to be here.
Facts.
So I could tell from then, he looked at me and said, well, I see your transcript. We made it to state championship last year and lost. I'm bringing back 10 out of 12 players from last year. So even, you know, you'll be on the team because, you know, but getting in the rotation, I don't know how that's going to work. You ain't seen me play yet.
That's
you ain't
crazy.
Seen nothing. So guess what? He walked out that office, and from there I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing basketball here.
Not for him, for sure. No.
And my father, you know, he old school. He's like, man, you could be the missing piece. That, nah, I don't know nobody here.
Yeah.
Nah. So that was my way of rebelling against him. Like, I'm not going to do none of that.
Yeah.
So basketball was done. And then I started doing some of the wrong things. I ain't never like drink or smoke or nothing like that, you know, but hanging with some people I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Just being a person I'm not.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Just putting on that aura. Like, I smile all the time. I didn't smile that whole senior year. It was me, mug, everybody.
You didn't want to be there.
They want to be there.
That's all that was. And
that was like my way of getting back at him, like, because I know he wanted to see me do well on the court and in life, but it was like, nah, bro, you put me in this situation. Yeah. Whatever. But me and my father, we have a great relationship. Like, even to this day, like, that's my people.
That's crazy that you said that about Hart, though. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying he a bad dude. It's just like the energy I got was just like, he might not even remember that day, but I remember it clearly.
My freshman year, me and Coach Hart was at Bird. And when I transferred from 71st, came to Bird, and I went straight to him, like, because I already knew everybody over there, because, like, middle school, elementary school. So I went straight to him. I'm like, Royale Wright. I'm like, who the coach, bro? And he like, it's Coach Hart. You don't know? I'm like, no, where he at? Royale is, I want to say, a junior this year. And I'm like, well, I'm about to go meet him. And I went to go meet him. And I guess they just lost either the game to go to the playoffs or a playoff game to Westover. Yeah. And he was hurt. Like, I don't even want to talk about basketball right now. Dissed me, like, but he was cool though. You know, he was cool. Grade Street, basically, I already knew the play when I went to Grade Street my sophomore year. I already knew the plays because they were basically running the same plays. Yeah, because Grimes was the JV coach. At Bird before he got a job at Grade Street. So I already knew the plays and all that. So I mean, dang, Hart. Hey.
Yeah, it's tough, but at the end of the day, if I wasn't being stubborn, I could have went there and did well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you would have definitely played. I think you would have played, to be honest. You probably were better than some of them kids.
Yeah, oh, definitely. They had some good players. Steve Birch was still there. So he was actually in my homeroom class.
Word.
So I would see him, and it would be like a reminder, like, yeah. And he would tell us, like, yeah, this was school, offer me, all type of stuff. But everybody there pretty much didn't know I played any basketball in my whole senior year.
Because you just ain't want to be there.
Yeah, I didn't want to be there at all.
That's crazy.
Graduated, wasn't no, give me my, I didn't even really want to walk graduation. Yo, just give me my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm out. and go and get a regular job. Really, that was what it was going to be.
Yeah.
And we skipped something. I want to say this too.
Yeah, go
ahead. Coming up, when I came back from Italy, I heard about AAU. You remember AAU back then? If you play AAU, you was
him.
You was one of those.
Yeah.
I get back from Italy. We're in the gym just playing. Let's just who me and my sister.
Was ABDC around then? Was the ABDC?
Oh yeah, ABCD camp.
Was that around?
Yeah, all that was popping too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we get back. Me and my sister just hooping. It's like at a regular rec center. And this guy, his name is Michael Jackson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? Good dude though. Good dude. His son was there too. He was in the Air Force, whatever. So we hooping. He's sitting on the sidelines. He's like this. He's writing. So somebody says, "Oh, what you doing over there, man? You scouting?" He's like, and he said, "Yeah," because laughing. So I'm cooking. It's over with. I didn't know his son was one of people playing. So he goes to my mother after and like, "Please tell me he's 11 years old." My mom like, "Yeah, he's 11." He's like, "Yo, I got an AAU program that I'm attached to. This ain't no. I'm creating a new team. This is." So I hear that. Bro, it's like I got drafted. Like I'm in the car, like, yo, I'm about to play AAU, bro. Like all the top, Allen Iverson,
everybody don't play AAU.
Yeah, so I'm hyped, right? My dad hears about it. Cool. All right, yeah, that's what's up. We just getting back to the States.
Yeah.
Time comes up for that have tryouts. We in trial. Everybody talking, putting in their paperwork. He tells me, "Oh, you can't play for us. You 3 months. Your birthday is 3 months early."
Wow, that's crazy.
Crushed, right? But this is when I seen the business of basketball because it wasn't you 3 months too old to play for us. So let's go help you find a team.
Another
your
team,
age group.
Yeah. He just wanted you on his.
And guess who was playing in 11U?
Who?
CJ Williams.
That's insane.
He was the 11U guy. So I was going to be the 12U guy.
Yeah.
And we seen CJ NC State. And I shout out to CJ because he put in work at a young age.
Yeah, facts.
His father, Mr. Wendell, no nonsense. Good dude.
Yeah.
And he played the 11U team. I was going to be on the 12U team.
That's
so,
crazy.
Once again, disappointments is part of life. But fast forwarding, so got a job, was working a regular job. And on the military base, they had intramurals. So I'm hooping before and after I go to work.
Yeah.
19 years old. This guy sees me, older guy. I'm hooping the intramurals. I go for like 20. He's like, "Yo, man, you ain't playing nowhere." I'm like, "Nah, I don't really." All that stuff went away. I had some JUCOs that talked to me after the fact.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about JUCO like that. So it's like, I'm done. He's like, "Man, call this number." It's a coach to the school in upstate New York. So I'm like, bet. Like, for real?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Because disappointments.
Yeah.
I done had. You know what I mean? He's
like,
"Nah, just call him, whatever, or email." I can't remember what it was. And it was Coach Tom O'Connor. Shout out to Coach O'Connor. We still talk to this day at Davis College. And I didn't play my senior year. I played half the season my junior year. He didn't care about none of that. He was just like, "Yo, you can hoop, you can play. We want you to come here."
For sure.
I'm like, "What?"
Blessings.
So I came up there on a visit in May. No, yeah, in May. We started talking in December. They wanted me to come in January. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
For sure.
Yeah, went on a visit in May. Got up there. My grandfather drove. I took a train to New York with my mother. My dad was a little skeptical because he's like, "This don't sound right." So yeah, took a train to New York, kicked it with my family for a couple of days, and then my grandfather drove me upstate, 3 hours north of that.
Basically by like Canada and stuff, all that.
It's like near Syracuse.
Okay.
And went on a visit, and I told him before the visit, "I'm coming in next year. Like, it's over with. Whatever I need to sign, whatever." And I lied to you not. I got back on a Sunday. On that Saturday, my next door neighbor cousin, Jordan Phillips, got shot and killed. And I was like, "Yeah,
you got
it's time." And we lived in a great neighborhood, so it wasn't like it was just like he was in the wrong place, wrong time per se, I guess. So yeah, that was like, yeah, okay. Like, ain't no need for you to just work a regular job. Like, go fulfill your dream. That was always my dream, to play college basketball. And I got the opportunity and did well for 2 years, and then I fell out of love with the game again. So that opened us into the next chapter of my life.
Exactly. All right, so what years was this, your college years, the first 2 years, what years is this? And then to get into you starting to get into your next transition.
Right.
What years was this when you were in college? Because you said 06. Well,
yeah.
06 was your senior year.
I graduated 06. I started college in 2008.
Yep.
I worked for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So 2008. No, I'm sorry. My fault. 2006 of May I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be 2007 August. So the next year.
Yeah.
2007 August.
I get what you're saying.
Was when I started college at Davis.
Mm-hmm. We
had a great first year. The program was in the depths of darkness. They were just terrible.
Yeah.
We brought in 7 freshmen. We went crazy. Had 20 wins. It's 20 wins, close to it, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out my roommate Jeff Mack from DC. He was one of the recruits. Ty Hankerson from Philly. Like he went and got a kid. Jordan Hicks from Maine. He got Steve Jenkins from Philly.
Oh, he went blue chips.
Yeah. We took the campus over by storm, but it was another situation of it being a small school and not a lot of us.
Yeah.
So it was mixed, but Coach O'Connor, he didn't care.
He didn't care about that.
He didn't care about none of that. So we had a great first year, and then now everybody sees transfer portal.
Yeah.
Right. So going into Davis, I was recruited. I understand how recruitment works, but I was recruited pretty well from them. And when I got there, I was coming off the bench. I'm killing in practice, killing over. Bring me off the bench.
Facts.
And it was one time I got so bad I played like maybe 10 out of 40 minutes. I called my father, bro. I call him because I'm all the way up here. Y'all got me all the way up here. Yeah. And y'all doing me like this, I called him like almost breaking down tears, like, Pastor, he ain't playing me. And, you know, my dad is tough skin. He like, why are you there for? Get your degree.
Exactly.
I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. All right. So by the time, I think November, around Thanksgiving break, I'll never forget this. We went to Hershey Hospitality Classic in Pennsylvania. We played Valley Forge Christian and Multnomah University and I think it was Johnson University in Tennessee. So we played 3 schools. First night, I didn't play much. Second night, we played Valley Forge, top 5 in the country in our division. I play all right. I don't think I played well. We're in warm-up lines Saturday to play Multnomah. They out of Oregon. They got an All-American guard on their team.
Sheesh.
But they all look like Steve Nash and they can hoop. So coach says, yo, C. Clark, that's what he always used to call me. C. Clark, yeah, you starting today. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Say
sir.
less. So that game was probably one of my best games of my life because I knew, like, okay, I got to
You can show them what you got.
erase any doubt. Went for 28, hit 6 threes, probably missed like 2 shots. The coldest part of that was, I think part of it too was I knew I was going to visit, going home on Thanksgiving break, so I was rejuvenated. But the coldest part was the opposing coach who went down handshake lines, and he was like, yo, you played like an All-American today. And I'm like, he got All-American on his team, so that actually means something.
Yeah.
Mind you, now, his All-American had 36, and we lost. But I had 28 as a freshman. Still got the newspaper clipping. My man's like, yo, you in the paper. I'm gonna say this for you, fam. So shout out Tom Anderson. Yeah, but through that, God is still working on me about forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
I love Coach Tom O'Connor, but I held that part in me that they didn't play me as much as I felt I should have been played those first 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the season, I was on league leader type deal with, in almost every category besides scoring, because I had so many games where I had 2 points and 3 points, but I was getting to it. And so when the season ends, we lose in the regional championship to Valley Forge. But before that, I had 22 in the semis to get us. The school had never been to the regional championship. Never. In history.
And you got
we did that first year. And then I started feeling myself a little bit again. Like,
I'm him.
Yeah. And y'all didn't start me from the beginning. You brought
It's
me out
me.
from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I get these people in my ear. I get these other coaches in my ear like, yo, if you come here, then we'll do this, we'll do that. And it was a school, it's Mid-Atlantic Christian University. It's in Elizabeth City. Small school. Most people in North Carolina don't even know about it, right? They had a black coach. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I could go here.
And ball out.
They saying they're going to do all this. And it's only like 4 hours from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter because I didn't go home anyways on breaks like that. No way. Like, unless it's Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah.
But being young, just, you know, and coaches were like, I mean, you come back, man. We'll put you in apartments up here. You'll be good. Like, at Davis, they wanted us back.
Yeah.
So I went to Mid-Atlantic. But when you don't have peace about something, you shouldn't do it. Like, and I didn't have peace about that decision. And went to Mid-Atlantic. We won a conference championship, and we got nothing from it. We didn't have a locker room to get dressed in. We didn't get conference championship T-shirts. Nothing. We got hustled. And after that, I said, I'm done. I'm not playing college basketball anymore.
You mean you got hustled by the school?
Yeah, school, athletic administration. The student loans that I have are from Mid-Atlantic. They're not from Davis College.
That's crazy.
I was at Davis basically free.
That's crazy, bro.
But ego.
Yeah.
And I asked my dad, again, like, Dad, what should I do? Now, this is the best advice that he gave me because I use it now. He's like, I don't want to tell you what to do or give you advice because if it goes wrong, you're going to blame me.
Ooh.
So when people ask advice these days,
that's tough, right?
That's what I use. Pops a smart man, man. Shout out to Pops, man.
That's tough right there.
Charles Clark Jr., I'm the third.
Yeah, you the third.
Yeah, C3.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, he said that, and I've kept that with me my whole life. So I got done with that. I came back to where they were at. They were in Fayetteville. He retired in Fayetteville. We got some family in Clayton, North Carolina. Everybody know Gary Clark's my cousin.
Yeah. Remember when you told me that?
Yeah.
Man, that shit was insane.
Yeah, because people
told
was
me
hating in Fayetteville.
You told me that literally when he was at the hype, like, you know Gary Clark. And I'm like, I was just watching bro mixtape. Like, that's your family? Like,
yeah. This is the cold part. And see, this is what people probably don't know, Fee. I was trying to get you on the right track.
Yeah, for sure.
And I hit Gary up. I said, yo, there's this kid. He's down here. He got potential. Just hit him up or follow him, whatever you do. And I believe he follows you on Twitter.
Yeah. I was hyped.
He was always. I told her, like, bro, Fee, like, get right.
Yeah, he was. I was so hyped when I seen it though. Like, cause I was one of the people like watching mixtape. That was one of the persons I used to watch a lot. So when I seen that, you know, Tyreek right there with me all the time. Like, bro, guess who just followed me? You're like, who am I? Gary Clark, bro. Like, Gary Clark ain't follow y'all. Look.
Yeah.
I remember that, man. Tyreek could tell you, bro, I was hyped that whole day. I'm telling my dad, like, man, what the hell is Gary Clark? I'm like, he going to the league.
Yeah.
He going to the league.
Yeah.
I remember that, man.
He always been that type of person. And I don't fake in front like we had close relations. I mean, I see him at family reunions and stuff, but age difference. And shout out to him, man. He's done great. He's played in the league a little bit, played in the G League, played overseas.
He's a dog to me. I don't care how that goes. He's a dog to me.
But dang, I don't even remember how we got there.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Shoot, to me. What was we talking about? I forgot my train. I'm getting older, so we was talking about.
We both got lost. Yeah.
Shoot. So, anyways, okay, I came back. Boom, came back. Was assistant coach for the local ABA team. So I was done with playing basketball. Like politics, all that type of stuff. I'm done.
What ABA team was that?
Favorite Flight. Favorite Flight.
I knew it.
Mike Dixon.
I knew it.
Mike Dixon. So they initially wanted me to play.
That's my man though. Shout out Mike, man. Shout out
Mike
Coach
Dixon.
Mike.
He got a passion for what he do.
For sure. Shout out Coach Mike. Man.
He got a little upset with me one time. I called him Jackie Moon. I was childish. I was 20 years old. I was childish because he had all these like different promotional ideas.
Facts.
And I'm like, bro, like this just sound like gimmicks.
Then he started the AAU team and all.
Yeah, but he does have a passion for it.
For sure.
And he's provided a platform
for a lot of people.
Yeah. So shout out to him. But he wanted me to play because my teammate at Mid-Atlantic was Terrence Britton. I don't know if you remember TB, but he played with the Fayetteville Flight for a little bit.
Is that the one with the beard?
Yeah, he got big. Yeah. He be with Callaway. Him and Callaway was close.
Yeah.
I think they still are. So then I was like,
I think he coaching.
He coaching in Virginia. Yeah. So actually, TB could shoot that. He could shoot that
for
rock.
sure.
Like, it was a game when we was at Mid-Atlantic where I hit 7 threes and he hit 6 threes. Same game.
Sheesh.
Like, it was like, what are you going to do with us?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So, he was playing. I'm like, man, I don't want to play. So they was like, yo, you just help out. So I ended up being an assistant coach and a unofficial scout for them.
Yeah.
That's how all this Scout Clark stuff began.
Okay.
Mike Dixon. That's what I got to show him love for that because he's like, man, you the scout. It was a joke. And I was taking it as a joke. I did the assistant thing, and I'm like, I ain't really feeling this. And shout out to Tom O'Connor again, because when Coach O'Connor would recruit at Davis, he would take me and my roommate on the trips with him, on the recruiting trips. You know what I mean? So, like, we would go see players that he's looking at, and we would walk in there with our gear on. People like, who y'all come to watch? I used to love it. I used to love that. I felt like the coach. You know what I mean? So, after, the favor flight thing passed, I really wasn't working with that. And I reached out to Marcus Shockley. Marcus Shockley is the owner of Basketball Elite.
Oh, that's not Get Me Recruited.
No, that's Lamont Taylor.
Okay, that's why I'm getting confused. My fault.
So Marcus Shockley is the owner of Basketball Elite. And I basically shot my shot. Pause. Not like that, but business-wise.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
No diddy.
Yeah. So basically, I asked him. I DM'd him because I seen him tweeting out players and stuff. This was like 2012 maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, how you get into that? Like, what's that? He's like, listen, it's not a lot of money in it when you start, but I'll give you a shot. You go and scout this event, tell me what you see, and we'll evaluate how you do. Yeah. And it was Dwight Miller's NC Showcase Combine event at Freedom Christian. Freedom Courts. Dwight Miller. He used to coach SEBL.
The one that coached at Cape Fear.
Yeah, at Cape Fear Christian. Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Miller, too, because he gave me a shot sometimes.
Shout out, good dude. Yeah. So, I went in there. Jaquan Manning was one of the players there. Didn't know who he was.
Shout out to Quan.
Shout out to Quan. So, this was he was about to be a junior. So, this would have been 2013, maybe? 2012, 2013.
2012, 2013.
And so, I went out there. I did a good job.
Matter of fact, it was I think.
He graduated 14.
He did, because my sophomore year was his senior year. Okay.
So it's had to be 13 because he was an underclassman. Mm-hmm. And I did a good job, and they gave me an opportunity to be a scout for them, Basketball Elite.
Word.
So back then, that was a perfect timing for me. Mm-hmm. We had June. He was
coming up,
young fella. Quay. Then you had guys that was already kind of hooping. At Trinity, they had a couple guys. Westover had EJ and Quan. Village had Adrian Rich, Purvis Lauder. Like it was some players. Yeah, Adrian Rich was a killer at Village.
Smith had a few players like Ishmael.
So that was around that time.
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. So I kind of hit at the right time.
At the right time.
So went through that in 2014, 15, around that time. Mm-hmm. I was dating this young lady from Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm not gonna say her name because if I say her name, it's gonna be I'm gonna get angry again. Like, that whole situation, it taught me a lot. But yeah, that was the first time I got done dirty. You know what I'm saying? It happens though. You feel me? Forgiveness is still, like I said, forgiveness is something that the Lord's still working on me. But she did say something that was legit. She was like, so kids from these small areas, like, how do they get recruited? I said, well, I guess they got to make the state championship. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. She's like, man, that's tough.
That's tough.
So Marcus Shockley pitched the idea to me. He said, you should do a camp for East NC. Man, I ain't trying to do no camp, bro. Yeah. Camps are corny, man. I done been to the other camps in Greensboro. Mm-hmm. You pay $125. There's 200 kids there. Ain't no coaches there. I'm not doing that, bro. He's like, no. You do a smaller event. You charge like $35 a player. So you could just pay your refs and stuff. And you do that. So I'm like, all right. And the first ever Fab 40 we had, you was there.
Yeah.
And we had Kobe White, Kyron Bowman, Rob Cologne.
Yeah. Killers. Matter of fact,
Malik Johnson was in the building.
Malik Johnson. Rest in peace to Bobby.
Bobby Grubbs. Yeah.
RP
to Bobby Grubbs, man.
Real killer.
Yeah. Like
toughest white boy.
Yeah, Bobby Grubbs
toughest
was a
white
killer.
Boy in the gym, for sure.
They started calling Bobby Buckets.
For sure. That in the main gym. For sure. I remember
you know
that.
What I mean? And the cold part is, this is how I know the camp was crazy. Last time, I think it was like a couple years ago, Kyron Bowman, he's on Twitter, right? We was talking about Fab 40. And he was like, man, I still can't believe y'all had us play that game in the Aux gym. I was like, man, you remember that, bro?
Yeah, he played us.
I should have won MVP,
He played
Charles.
us. He played us. The thing about with Kyran, bro, it was hard to stop that little behind the back.
Yeah.
He was so fast because he played football. He was fast, bro.
Yeah.
I think he had Kobe on his team, I want to say.
I think so.
Kobe was on the team. This was when Kobe was just
freshman.
Kobe. Yeah, he was just young. Youngest probably in there.
Had the hair, though. Yeah.
2 years later, he's Kobe White.
Kobe White. Yeah. And we see now, should have won most improved player in the NBA.
For sure.
It is what it is. But he's doing his thing for Chicago. Shout out to Kobe and his brother Will White. Man, good people. But, yeah, that first camp, bro, like.
You had some killers in there, bro.
And if y'all understand how much stress I was, because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So we had the first camp, had a few coaches there. And from that point, it was just like, all right, we got something.
That was probably like only I played in like a few live periods, bro.
Yeah.
But it was like, all right, no, they're not here for me. I don't know what they're doing if they're
Right.
showing me interest.
Right.
And that was my first time. I'm like right on the court at a camp.
Right.
It's so little because like you said, most camps it's like 300 of us.
Yeah.
And like you got to really show out.
Mm-hmm.
In Raleigh or Green, you got to really show out. So that little camp, it was more nerve wracking than playing.
Because all eyes is on you.
All on the main gym too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And now think about this. Now we do the event where all the games is on one court.
Yep.
And I tell the players, like, it's a no-brainer because all you got to do is play well. The coaches are there, at least 15 of them. You know, some camps we had 30 college coaches there. So that's just been something that, you know, is stressful. There's been a couple of times I've been like, man, forget this. I don't want to do this anymore. Because kids these days, as we're talking offline, like, it's a different mindset.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
We were wild on social media, but these kids now it's crazy.
You was definitely wild on social media.
Man, I know. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you some. Matter of fact, you were right there. Look.
Hold on, go tell it. Yeah, tell us. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You were right there.
Tell it. Go ahead.
I want you to listen to JJ. Dennis, we are in we had the gym.
Fayetteville State at the Lily.
We just played Bobby and them. Literally. We just
played
Bobby and them.
East Coast All-Stars. Yeah.
We just played Bobby and them, lost. Dennis says, bro, Fee, you funny and all, but you be wilding on Twitter. This is me and him talking about that, and Dennis coming like, yeah, you do be wilding, bro. You funny and all, but you be wilding. Like your story time, that don't be funny and all, but you be wilding. He was like, bro, you ain't gonna get nowhere doing that. Like, I know you good. You ain't going nowhere. He said, you know what? I'm gonna show you this. Nigga, bro showed me Coach K's text to him, and Coach K says this: you're good, but I respect how you act on social media. Straight like that.
All facts.
Coach K.
All facts.
Always stuck with me, bro. Even though I was still, wild, and it was just me, but it stuck with me. So nowadays, I can tell kids, like, bro, that ain't worth it. And you don't have to score 25 points on this good team. You score 15 on this good team. If you get blown out, they still gonna be like, who's this kid that scored 15? It's just stuff that stuck with me that he's told me and other people's told me. Really what he's told me. Like, we play Village. If you get 15, you might get an offer still.
Yep.
I try to go for 15. I don't care if they beat us. I try to go for 15. I try to get a double. Me, D, like, hey, bro, let's go. Come on. We got to get these points. We got to get some double, get some assists. That's how we're going to get an offer, bro.
Yeah. That was real. That was real, though. But I felt like him saying that, because I knew people watched June's page.
For sure.
And he knew that back then. And you got to think, he wasn't even in college yet. He had just tore his ACL. Mm-hmm. He still had the brace on.
Yep.
So, yeah, getting people to understand that. But with players that aren't necessarily recruited as much, you just understand, like, you got to take advantage of that opportunity.
For sure.
When you got eyes on you, just take advantage of it. And I think Rob Cologne and Bobby Grubbs ended up getting a scholarship off of that.
Where did he get a scholarship?
Shawan University.
Shawan, wow.
Yeah, and Rob ended up getting a Winston State offer. So those two are some of, like, some of the ones that I really – they were
Shout out
OGs.
to my boy Rob.
Yeah, Rob Cologne's going crazy right now.
Doing what he doing, and I tell people this all the time. I just tell him, Quay, man, like, bro, you could look at Rob.
Yeah,
like, you feel me, bro, doing the thing. He overseas from and he ain't doing that with ball his life, bro.
Yeah, a guy from Jacksonville,
from Jackson, smaller than Fayetteville, bro.
Yeah, facts. So, over the years, we've put together quite a few alumni from that.
Damani
Applewhite, Josh Nickelberry.
That's who was on my team. That was the other tall person. I'm tripping. That was the other tall person on my team.
Yeah, Damani was South Carolina. And shout out to Coach Stackhouse, because
for sure,
one of the few coaches in this city that I can almost guarantee if you play well,
you're going to get a scholarship.
You're going to go to college. Yeah, you're going to play college basketball.
I don't know a lot of coaches that's doing that.
It's not many.
Tillman might be the new one, and
At Smith.
Yeah, and Germ, he could be another one.
Yeah. Shout out 71st.
Shout out 71st.
Let's talk about it for a second because
they were mad at you.
I love it.
Jalen was mad at you, boy.
Listen, the thing about being in the scouting business is you're gonna piss some people off.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. You're not gonna make everybody happy. But you also have to make sure you're not wrong often.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you check my resume, I'm not wrong often
at all.
I'm not perfect. Now, I'll get some things wrong on occasion, but that situation, I watched them early this season, and I'm like, they all right.
They decent.
Right? So then they played Westover the first time without Malachi Allen, and they win by 1. Malachi averaged like 18 points.
That's right. Right.
They play them the second time, lose by 20. Westover beat them by 20. So I'm like, oh, yeah, Westover, they got the top spot in the city. And they beat Trinity.
Yeah.
Right? So Jalen Vance, y'all know that's my guy.
He was mad.
Yeah. But with me and him, we could talk like that. And at the end of the day, Jalen coached at Fab 40, East America.
For sure.
Without a question.
Every time.
Because you know what I'm saying? But other people get, in their feelings about it. Jalen type, he's just going to talk, and we going, it's all love.
I think he was more mad at the Mr. Fayetteville guy.
Yeah, that might have.
He was more mad.
But yeah, so then they end up getting. I did not see that happening. They got all the way to state semis, played Westover again, and I said it. I said, well, whoever win this got the crown of best in the city
for sure.
And they dominated Westover, dominated from start to finish. And I'm not one of them people that say something then go running high. Hey, y'all proved me wrong this year.
That was a get back game. That's all that was.
Hey. Y'all proved me wrong. Shout out to y'all. Now, we all knew once they played Central Cabarrus.
They knew it, too.
Yeah, it was rap. Yeah.
He told me this. He said, when I get him on the show,
you got to let him tell you. I'm
going to let him say what he said to me.
You got to say,
I'm going to let him say, because he was such, like, he won't disappointed in it, bro.
Yeah.
He was just like,
It's a different monster.
Yeah, basically what he was saying, bro.
It's a different monster. But
you look at the record, everybody like, who was these guys? St. Vincent, St. Mary's?
Right, it's different. But see, that was kind of the purpose of why Marcus kind of mentioned Fab 42, because we had players, like we was talking offline about, we've had players go from Fayetteville, drive all the way to Greensboro to go play in this Phenom event or whatever event, and don't get nothing out of it. Wasted their money, wasted their gas, wasted their time.
Parents, man.
Yeah. And so he's like, Charles, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, this who going to be there. This is your opportunity or whatever. So, but with that, we had so much success. They had people from out of state reaching out. They want to come to Fab 40.
That's hard.
So this year in March was the first year that we did Fab 40 East America. And so we invited players from out of the state to come in and compete.
Dope.
And shout out to my guy, Maurice Powell. He was originally from Florida.
Yeah.
But he was in the military, coaching at Bragg. He told me, like, yo, I got some kids from Florida I'll bring up. Like, for real? And my sister, just so happened, my sister and her husband are stationed at a base where he's from, Fort Walton Beach area. So we had 2 players from his old high school come up, and both got college interest. We had a kid from Georgia, South Carolina. Supposed to have some kids from, you remember Coach Dre? I don't know if you remember Super Sunny.
Yeah, Dre. Yeah.
His little brother now is like a junior high school. He's supposed to come down from
Connecticut. What is he in Connecticut?
Connecticut. But that didn't work out. So this was our first year to be able to do that. It was crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
From the start, when I started, bro, that's dope as hell, bro.
Yeah. So I'm just, I'm blessed to be able to be a part of that. It's like I said, it's frustrating. We had last minute things happen this year, out of our control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it happened.
We pressed on. So I'm grateful for all that, man.
That's dope, bro. Like I said, just coming from where it started at Fayetteville Academy.
Yeah.
It was at Academy. To now being at New Life or wherever it is, and you bringing all these kids from everywhere, like, that's dope, because it was just North Carolina, really, or the kids that can make it, because a lot of kids can't really still make it, even if they're in Jacksonville and stuff like that. So that's dope, bro, for real.
Yeah. It's, my life has been, it's been a different type of deal, you know what I'm saying? But everything that I've encountered is allowed me to be where I am. And I'll say this, you fall in and out of love with things. I took like 8 years from not playing any basketball at all. You might not know that now, but it's 8 years. I started playing basketball again in 2022 in November. before that, it was
That's
8 years.
crazy.
You know what I mean? So the love never goes away. You got for the game, and I'm really excited to see your next chapter. You know, because this is a moment. This is your show, but this is a moment where you gotta get your flowers a little bit, man, because you have a platform now to speak to people that look at me as the old head. I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? I don't look it, but I'm 36. So, people that are a little bit younger, you've been through some things.
Yeah, facts.
That I didn't go through.
Real
whether it be by choice or circumstance.
A lot of it was by choice.
I'm just leaving it there. That's your story to tell. But, a lot of things that you can tell somebody. Just like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing the different guests you have up here that go through different things, because I think that can really help.
The younger,
the future. And I know we get into the end of this, but we definitely gotta get you the
updated,
the updated Fab 40 joint, man. You gotta let the camera see. You know what I'm saying? Man. That was one of the events you came to. Fab 40 East North Carolina. So we got all the different
y'all.
counties.
My mama got it, bro. My mama has this right here, man. I just seen it. What I tell you, 2 weeks ago.
It was a white shirt. A gray shirt.
Mine was gray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or was it black?
Nah, we bought the black ones out years later. So
white,
yeah,
white and gray. Okay. But my mom had my Fab 40 shirt on, bro. And I was like, I don't even want it no more. It looks dingy. But I'm going to definitely put this up in the house. Cause
you good money, man.
That right there is dope, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie right there. I'm definitely, I'm cherishing this, man.
One of the OGs from the event.
Come on, man. People don't know. People must forgot what type of person I was back in them days, man.
Just get a dunk or two.
Come on, man. Dunk or two, Give me some blocks, Rebound king, Chase down king.
Oh, man.
People know. But, man, this is a exclusive episode of 26 Media Sports Podcast with your host, Fionn Wilkins, Fee Wilkins, brought to you by Put Me On Game, and we out of here.
Yes, sir.